I am Triple J and welcome to Brain Food, where I tell you what's yummy and nutritious for your head. For today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing the result of a successful Kickstarter called Kamikaze, which was written by Alan and Carrie Tupper with artwork by Havana Wen. For full disclosure, I must say that I'm also casual friends with Carrie Tupper on Facebook, wherein we share links and discuss things that are of interest to us, that sort of thing. And I've been following this webcomic for a good while now, and with good reason too. For starters, let me read a summary off the back of the book for you. 2 centuries after a global ecological disaster, the worlds of a mysterious covert operation and a young courier collide when a critical mission is blown. Markeisha Nin only wants one thing, to find a better life for herself and her father. Hell-bent on escaping the only home she's ever known for a better place, she takes a risky job that blows up in her face. Caught in a deadly trap with nowhere to turn, her only chance at survival could ensnare her in a dangerous game she may never escape. So for starters, you know that you're getting into a story about a dystopian future where things look bleak. And if you're tired of that kind of story, I can understand why. It seems as though movie studios are just raiding the bookshelves of bookstores everywhere, looking to make into the next big thing a dystopian future featuring young adults. After all, we've been hit with movies like Divergent and The Maze Runner, and they just all seem to blend into one another with hardly any differences that make them stand out. This book, though, really does stand out quite well amongst all of that, I'd say. The diverse cast of characters really helps to make this story stand out as a breath of fresh air from all the dystopian young adult novels where it seems to be nothing more than a parade of white men and some white women and the occasional black and or Asian character tossed in. We have Markeisha Nin, of course, the lead in this story. There's also Orson Stikes. We have Audrey and Link, the other members of the gang, and all the people within the city-state of Trinity. This is helped immensely by Havana Wen's fantastic, distinctive, and colorful artwork here. Everyone has a different face, a different body type, and I feel that is such a wonderful change of pace. Even from, my usual superhero comic books, which sometimes tend to suffer from same face, same body syndrome. Of course, you can't talk about the fantastic art without talking about the fantastic writing that goes into this book. And Alan and Carrie Tupper do a wonderful job of not only creating this interesting world, but filling it with intriguing, relatable, wonderful characters. Markeisha is a dedicated daughter who works day and night to provide for her and her father as he works on the first draft of his book. Orson Stikes is the man with a plan, reminding me in some ways of Gendo Ikari of Evangelion, who would do anything, almost anything, to achieve his goals. His covert operations crew, Audrey and Link, play off wonderfully off of each other as the techno-wizard and the hacker. And of course there are all the other supporting characters in this book, and the ones that we get to know furthermore as the web series continues. Of course, the question that comes to mind when I think about books from webcomic creators is that why buy the books when you have it on the internet for free to peruse at your own leisure? And for me, I find that there are 2 reasons. The first is that there's no other feeling like holding a book in your hand, be it graphic or novel, in this case, graphic novel, and flipping through it, the feel of the pages, sitting wherever you want to read it instead of at your desk, making a soundtrack to it to listen to as you read. And the second part is that it supports the webcomic creators. Now for this trio, this is a work of passion, something that they do in their spare time as they have full-time day jobs. But for many other webcomic creators, their webcomics are their full-time jobs, and every bit of support that you can give them, from buying merchandise to buying the books to, heck, slipping them a few dollars via PayPal or giving it to them in person at conventions helps keep them fed, the bills paid, and the lights turned on. Now, I just checked out the website itself, and even if you did not donate to the Kickstarter, you can buy the first volume there now, and I highly recommend you do so. This is a wonderful story with layer upon layer of intrigue and detail that is further folding out within the webcomic itself, an interesting cast of characters, and delightful, distinctive, quite colorful art. Please buy this book, support this series. I'm Triple J, that's all I got left to say. Take care.